I created these site analysis diagrams using an online AI mapping tool. Let me show you how it works. This AI mapping tool just got an upgrade. It now has an expert mode. That means you can enter prompts like you would in ChatGPT and actually have a conversation with the AI. It works like a human GIS analyst, explaining its thinking and walking you through the steps of the site analysis. I started by entering the prompt, subway station accessibility in Boston, USA. Based on that, the AI generated a map with 2 layers, subway stations and 10-minute walking zones around them. Just like in GIS, I can turn each layer on or off. The circles represent subway stations, and the shaded areas show the 10-minute walkable zones. I can easily adjust the fill color and transparency to quickly visualize which areas have better subway access. Next, I wanted to dig deeper. So I entered the prompt, schools in Boston. The AI processed my request by identifying Boston's city boundary and pulling in all the school locations within it. Once that data was visualized, I got curious. What residential areas don't have access to either schools or subway stations? So the AI broke it down like this. First, it searched for polygons tagged with land use equals residential, meaning areas designated mainly for housing. Then it filtered that data to only include zones within Boston's boundary. Next, it created 500-meter buffer zones around all schools and combined those with the subway station catchment areas. Finally, it identified the residential areas that fall outside both buffer zones, basically, neighborhoods with no easy access to schools or public transit. Now I'm adjusting the transparency of the layers to make the map easier to read. I also changed the residential areas outside the buffer zones to red so they're easier to spot. Then, I entered another prompt, asking the AI to generate a population density map of Boston. This helps me quickly identify the city's high-density areas. Normally, I'd have to download shapefiles from different sources, bring them into GIS, and manually extract the specific data I need. But now, with just a simple prompt, the AI generates the map for me, saving tons of time. When I click on each polygon, I can see the population numbers for that specific area. It's a quick way to get detailed data directly from the map. Once I've gathered all the info I need, I clean up and edit the layers for better visualization. There are plenty of base map styles to choose from, but for this kind of subway accessibility analysis, I've found that using a dark base map works best. It really helps the data stand out. For the subway station zones, I'm setting a low transparency blue fill with a dark blue outline. This way, the overlapping areas stand out more clearly, showing where multiple stations are within walking distance. By default, subway stations appear as blue circles, but I'd like to switch them to public transportation icons for better clarity. I can easily do that in the layer settings. Once everything's set, I click Share and Export in the top right corner. Since I want to fine-tune the map in Adobe Illustrator, I choose to export it as an SVG file. The preview looks good, so I download it and open it up in Illustrator for final edits. Just like with SVG files from OpenStreetMap, the first thing I do is release the clipping mask and ungroup the layers. That way, everything's clearly organized. From there, it's just some minor edits, like adjusting the line weights of each vector layer, and this site analysis map for subway station accessibility is good to go. Next, I turn off the subway stations layer and switch on the school access zones. Then I export it as an SVG again. This time, I go with a light, minimal background, and just like that, I've got my second map ready. Now I zoom into a specific area on the edge of Boston. Just like most site analyses, we need a zoomed-in, detailed map of the site. So here, I use the pen tool to freehand draw a rough outline of the area I want to study. Then, I enter a prompt asking the AI to extract all the buildings within that hand-drawn boundary. Now we've got the building layers for this area. Just like in my previous tutorials, I personally like to set the buildings to solid black. It gives a clean, sharp look. I played around with the default base maps and finally settled on a light gray one that works well. Next, I try a new prompt, asking the AI to extract only the buildings taller than 5 stories in this area. It's a pretty simple task for the tool, and it handles it well. I change the tall building layer to red so they really stand out on the map. Then I exported everything as an SVG for further editing. And just like that, I've got a clean and clear site analysis map ready to go. This AIGIS tool works globally. You can access data from all over the world. I tried another example in San Francisco, and it worked just as well. If you'd like to give it a try, you can find the link in the video description. After using this AI mapping tool for over a year, I can confidently say it has completely changed the way I approach site analysis. From global data access to real-time updates, it's incredibly powerful and reliable. Whether I'm working on a quick concept or preparing diagrams for a client presentation, this tool helps me save time while improving the clarity and quality of my design process. It's also been exciting to see how much it continues to grow. New features, smarter prompts, and more accurate visual outputs with every update. If you're a student, designer, or professional looking to make your workflow faster and smarter, I highly recommend giving it a try. You'll find the link in the description below. Let me know how you use it. I'd love to see your creations.